All right. All right. Thank you for being back. It's the second AI coding session. The first one we had last week in Geneva. And so yeah, more or less I wanted to see where we are at, who is here, and then either we start from scratch or we continue the previous project. I guess who were there in Geneva? Raise your hand. So yeah, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's half. Maybe I do an introduction about a new project, and then we continue with the previous project. Yeah. So quick introduction about this group for the newcomers. The idea is to bring people interested in AI together. So every month we're going to have like a presentation of startups or like use cases, proper use cases, business use cases. And in between, every week, we'll have like coding sessions where people who are really interested in developing their own apps will learn how to use AI to develop apps, but also then how to implement AI into your app. And that's what we're going to look into today. So yeah, that's very short introduction. More information, we've set up a website, so you can go, it's on the description of the AI coding group, so you can just check out, you know, it's just kind of basic, because yeah, some, there's going to be some good news in the near future. So, we'll do 1 hour of demonstration, then we'll do a round of introduction, and then we'll hear about one of the game projects that has been developed since last week. And then, I'd like you to practice what you learned, and after that, we'll do some networking, just chill and talk about our passion and so on. Is that cool for everyone? Any questions so far? No? Okay, very good. Then we dig into it straight away. Can you guys read in the back, more or less? Yeah? Okay, more or less. So just listen carefully. Just what I need to know if I can read on my camera here. Yeah.
Maybe can you just do the...
maybe a zoom, yeah. The focus. You just zoom in. Yeah. But I think like this is okay. Yeah, like this is going to work. All right. Perfect. So, what tools we're using is Cursor. Maybe first I should ask who has experience with coding, at least a little bit. Raise your hand. Okay, and yeah, the others are learning. So, the secret here is to use AI for coding all the stuff you need, at least for demonstration, like a minimum or like MVP, minimum viable product, or at least a little demo. If you want to do proper apps for your phone and stuff like that, you need a bit more work. It's possible, but today the tools are still early stage, but it's growing so fast so that, you know, I think within a year we can start to build for phones already. But today we're going to use an application called Cursor. It's like a developer environment. Yeah, I think you'll see enough. It's a clone of VS Studio. VS Studio is the main coding tool that most developers are using, and this is a version that has AI integrated in it. So you can basically, here you have a chat. Oh, sorry, I need to make it a bit bigger. And yeah, phones off, please. So here on the side, you can open a chat. Oops, it's not here. Oops, no. The chat is here. So here you got a chat, just like ChatGPT, and you can start asking questions about your code. And So here you can say what, like I'm just going to demonstrate. So what is this code about? It's going to go through your code and say this code is for a comprehensive habit tracker application with a graphic user interface and overview of its main feature, habit tracking, goal setting, and so on. So you see, it knows already what your code is about. Yeah, and that's what we worked on last time. And then this is cursor, right? And then if you select a piece of code here, you can go into add to chat. It will bring it here, and you can ask, what does this part do? And he's going to check out, and he says goal. This code define goal, the goal class in Python. Let's break it down, and then he explains what the variables that are defined and so on. So this is only for the developers. For the non-developers, it's a bit techy, but just so you know that those functions exist, and then you can even do like select this part of the code, and how do I do that again? There are shortcuts, and then edit. And here I can say what I want to change. So I can change a variable. I can say, I think we changed it last time. So here we got name 2. So I'm going to change it back to name. So I say change self.name to I'm just going to say name. And then he's going to analyze, and now he gives suggestions. So the red one is the old one, the green one is the potential new line, and I just have to say yes, and he's going to change the whole, all the variables in the whole code, yeah? So super fast, super impressive. Okay, now we are back to name self.name, yeah, for the developers. So Cursor is a great tool for speed up your programming. We have how is it called? Copilot as well. But I think many developers say that this is excellent for fast coding, and there are new tools coming up every day. To be honest, so just pick your tools and just play with it. So now we're going to go into the coding. So we're going to start a new project. If some people are following along, we're just going to open your cursor and then make a new file. So it's here. Yeah, I'm just going to press new, and I'm going to say example. Let's just have a quick brainstorm. Do any one of you have an idea for an app? Raise your hand. I know we've done that many times, but just for now, for the example, showing that it's live. Yeah, you have an idea?
Physical therapy chatbot.
Physical therapy chatbot, okay. Yeah.
And very specific, when you sing, it has to recognize what note you're singing.
Okay, yeah. Alright, that's very specific. I'm sure we can do it, but maybe I want to start with something simpler. Let me think. Okay. Then I'm just going to take the same example we did last time, yeah, because then I don't need to think too much. And that was a tracking app. So it's an app that is going to track your practice in whatever you want. And the description is here. The app is called Grandma app, or I forgot the name, but nice grandma. Yeah, wise grandma is there. Okay, I don't have it here anymore, so that's annoying. Okay. So let me go into WhatsApp because I know the information is there. Oh yeah, it's here. Sorry, I didn't scroll. So here, can you read this? Here is the information. So build habits and routines and the feature could be set and track habits, goal setting, and project monitoring, accountability and rewards, and so on. And here is a description. So imagine have a wise, caring grandma in your pocket, always ready to help you to stay on track, whether it's managing your money, staying healthy, or just getting through a busy day. That's wise grandma, okay? Wise grandma, and then we have some more details. So I'm just going to copy this. Yeah. And I'm going to use Claude. So for the people who are using ChatGPT, this is a competitor. Claude.ai. And then I'm going to paste in what I've, the description. So again, for the people who are starting a new app, just what is the most important is to have a clear description. Even if you're going to work with a professional developer, you need a very clear description of what you want. Yeah. But now you don't necessarily need, at least for the prototype, you don't necessarily need to do the prototyping with the team. You can do it by yourself. Yeah. And now I'm going to show how to do it. I'm just going to paste it here, press enter, and let's see what it comes up with. Okay, it's going to go to React, so let's change that. I want a Python script.
Can you send the description on the group so we can do it also?
Yeah, idea.
Is it? Like your file or?
It's already there, but it's quite a while ago.
Ah.
For the new people who join, you can post.
So you get it? So I want to work with Python, it's just a bit clear for me. So I type in, make a Python script, and then I paste the information. You found it?
Yeah.
Victor? Yeah. And now you see here, it's already starting to write the code. So you don't need to know what is typing, you're just going to copy and paste, and that's the beauty of today coding way, is that, at least for prototyping, you can do copy and paste. And when something doesn't work, you just copy the error, or you explain to Claude, yeah, this button is not working, or this function is not working as I want. Explain the problem, and then explain what you want, and it's going to fix it for you. Yeah. So now I have a code here. I'm going to copy the code, and I'm going to paste it in my I don't know what I did here. Just going to example 2.py for Python, and then I'm pasting it in here, saving it, and running it. And now it's actually working, but it's working without user interface. So it's happening here, and I don't know what he's saying here. He says, yeah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm just going to go straight into the user interface to avoiding having to deal with the terminal. So add a user interface. So the user interface is really the window where you're going to interact with the backend. Maybe that's too detailed, but you need a user interface. A user interface is being able to type things in, click on buttons, and so on. So now he's adding a user interface. Yeah? So again, we saw that it made something that didn't fit what I wanted, what I expected. I just added one sentence, add a user interface. Yeah? And now he's adding a user interface. And what I really suggest, if you're not a developer, is to play around with this. Just download the cursor, use Claude. I think Claude AI has up to study prompts for free. Oh, actually, Claude has just come out with a new model today, so it's even better, way better. And I'm excited to test it out actually. So let's see if that's going to give us a user interface. So what I do, I just select all my code from previously, I delete it, and I paste the new code. Save it, and run. Okay, he still he didn't get it, but we have a terminal user interface, the same we had last time. So I can set a profile, I can add a new goal, and so on and so on. So what will you suggest me to tell Claude to make that work better?
Make it graphical.
Make it graphical, yeah. Any other option? I'll just type it, make it graphical. And let's see, he's going to work on it. Oh, he's adding React, okay. Let's just accept it. So it's another language. Yeah. So it's a language that is quite powerful for visuals. So I'm not going to say yes or no, I'm just going to let it do these things. It's possible to stay in Python. Last time we did it, but yeah, now he's writing beautiful web language. Let's see what it comes up with. But again, the idea is really to play with it. Yeah, try. You know, it's going to work. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes not. But see, now we have a user interface, a graphical user interface.
That's an interesting.
And the cool thing is it's already working. Yeah? We don't even need to run it. It's already working here in this this demo window here. And I'm just going to copy this code. So here we get the preview. Here we get the code. Oops. Take this. I'm not sure. Actually, no. It's not going to work. Okay, he wants to React, so if we do it in React. Okay, no, I'm not familiar with React, so I'm just going to say just make the same in Python. Because yeah, maybe I have to download some things. Okay, yeah, now he does it in Python. And for the developers, you can see here, he's taking care of all the dependencies. So let's see what he writes. And meanwhile, we can go back to what he gave us earlier. And let's see, we want to get started. What's my name? Carl. It's not working really well. It's slow. I guess because he's multitasking. And here we go. You see how much he gave us already just from a few copy and pastes. We have a dashboard, we have a goal, we can put it, yeah, it's not working yet. We have even a community, target, how much money we want to save, monthly exercise, and the graph. So you see how much we can do just with just a little bit of typing, and that's just the beginning. Imagine spending a week on that, or even a month. You get to a point where it's working super well. So going back to the Python code here, he has finished writing. He asked me to install some things, but I think I have already installed it. So again, copy everything, delete, paste, save, and run.
I have a question.
Yep.
Let's say you spend a month and you build an app, all in that. Whose rights are your or apps?
So
you put it on sale. Can you put it on sale?
I have no idea. We can ask Claude about that or ChatGPT. But from what I understand, if it's I won't say anything I'm not sure about because of recording. But from what I understand, it's yours to use at least, and on how's it called, on VS Code, the Copilot, it's a similar system, and all the coders in the world use it. So I'm guessing that at the moment it cannot be proven that this code is being taken from internet. I mean, if you think about it, I think we had that question last time. If you think about it, for images, I think you asked that, but previously, what will you do? You will write, you know, like the structure. A developer, he will write the structure of his code, then starting to copy and paste libraries, you know, dialoguing libraries. And then when you have issues, you go on. There is a website called Stack Overflow where you can see the code of tons and tons of people. You can ask questions. It's a blog. You get answers. And I think all these models are being trained on Stack Overflow, and they are kind of suing, you know, companies, and then now they start their own LLM, and at the end of the day, most of company, they will join the companies who build the LLMs because, yeah, it's just what happens, you know, in the pattern. So, does it answer your question? Kind of? You can dig deeper, but yeah, a lot of developers use this technique, and no one is going to try to find out how you built your code. Yeah. So I think we haven't gone further. He's still giving us this terminal view. We don't have the user interface. And I remember last time there was a reason for that. But let me just ask, because here it tells us what we should do. So he said he's going to create a GUI version. Wise Grandma. He's using Thinker. And that's all the things he's implementing. So let's install, he's asking me to install Thinker. Just going to install it. See if that's the problem. So here, I'm not find the version that satisfies request. Okay. So maybe skip 3, save and run. I'm going to try this here. Oh yeah, I know what I did wrong. I have to create my virtual environment first. So a little break. I'll let you guys see you already talking. 2 minutes break.
Yeah, do continue. Yeah, that's I need to try this. And then I didn't do it. I don't know if you have to do it.
So here I have an error, and I'm just going to copy and paste the error. And let's see what it says.
Yeah, do we need to sign up when we want to use cursor?
No, it's free. Maybe you have to sign up, I don't know, but it's free.
Yeah, but if I didn't do it, but then I cannot have the project like you did.
I mean, are you on the website?
No, I can say because you want to see, I can have
You have to create a folder. You have to create a folder. Empty folder. Just that's or your file, your project is going to be. And you know, just think every time something is not working, just ask.
Yeah, for example, I asked to open a new, create a new project, and then when I did that, so you can use command line, it asked me to log in. And that's.
But I guess it's free, so you have to accept it. Yeah. You can make a fake email.
Okay.
So for those who are still following, I'm getting some errors, and I'm just copying the error into Claude, and then he's saying, okay, I'm going to fix it. Yeah. And let's see what it comes up with. And again, it's really about, to be honest, like 6 months ago, there will be a lot of errors. You will have to do it again and again. Sometimes it will take 6 times before it works. But now, I very, very rarely have errors. So now I'm surprised that I get this error. And I'm just showing that, I have no idea what the error is. I don't want to search. I don't want to understand it. I'm just going to copy it and pasting it into Claude for it to figure out, and then he will fix it. Okay, and let's see. So you get free Claude. You get different models, quality models, and the best model, that's the one you need to use if you want to do this coding. You can use 30 prompts for free every day. So 30 is enough. 30, I think it's 40 now. And a day. And then the paid version is 20 euro a month. So maybe it's worth it depending on what you plan to do. Yeah.
Because you have less problems with Claude or
exactly.
the other ones.
Yeah, with Claude you have less problems.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working really very well. Yeah, ChatGPT is not working as well for coding. Yeah. So I got a new prompt, new code here. I do the copy, paste, save, and run. Okay. Now he's saying that I have missing a module. I copy this, paste it. But last time I had this similar problem, and the solution was to type in Python. Yeah, still not working. So it just seems that there are some elements that hasn't been downloaded. So again, just copying in, pasting in. Silence, please. Down your voice, Sasha. Down your voice. So yeah, now we're getting through a new code, and again, we're just going to go back and forth until it's going to work. Yeah. Copy, go into the code, paste, save, run. It's looking better, still some error. So, sorry, this is a bad demonstration today, but that's part of the demonstration. It's just showing I copied the whole thing. It's not that bad.
Why did you choose Python?
It's just because I'm a little bit familiar with it, and it's what is the most used in the AI community. It's the most simple language, I would say, to learn, and there's so much people around it. And because there's so much people using Python, the LLM, the large language models, they know a lot about it because of that. So.
But they run it natively, no? I mean, on ChatGPT, they have Python within.
Yeah. Yeah. As well. Yeah.
So on this one, did you start building up the server with Python? Or is embedded already?
Yeah.
I
mean, I downloaded Python, if that's what you ask, the library, or?
Yeah, the libraries, you need to run the server to have an instance, and
yeah.
You can push your code.
So this kind of, Claude is going to tell you everything about that. When he gives you the code, if you haven't installed the Python lab, he's just going to say, you're going to get an error, paste it into your system, and it's going to say exactly what to do. Yeah. So again, it's demonstrating that you don't need to know much about Python. I mean, I've been through Python for maybe 2 years now, just to play around with the different models and everything. And now I realize I don't even need to know Python anymore, because if there is a problem, it's going to tell you how to solve the problem. Yeah. Does that answer your question, or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because I did actually for the first time run my server with Python. I was like, okay, but I did get advices from ChatGPT actually.
Yeah.
Just to render my page and to have some kind of charge. That was simple, but it's not easy to set up. I mean, Python server is not that easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. That's the way it works. But indeed, you get all of these advices.
Yeah, all the information is popping up. So now I'm starting to think maybe the new model is not as good as the previous model, because now he seems to be in a loop.
It's asking you to install PY.
Yeah, I did it before and he didn't want to do it. I will try it again. But yeah, thank you for. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, thank you.
That's the same error it's asking. It cannot
It's good.
find the. Yeah.
So I'm a bit stressed, so I don't read, but thank you. It's teamwork. Some people are reading. It asked me to download some PyYQt5, it's Python 5, I guess, or Python Qt5, and now it's doing it. And let's see. But I'm just expecting the new model that came out today to be better. So, but sometimes you can use new models. And they are maybe better for some tasks, but not for all the tasks. So sometimes it's good to stick with the models you feel comfortable with. Yeah, just try different things.
Now, if you run it, you already have the place to.
Yeah. Still some issue. I'm going to see if I can run it like this. Here you go. No. No. Got some issue with the string here. Oh, maybe I should just copy the last. Oh, I see. He asked me, I should read a bit what he said. He says run it like that, because he maybe...
Is that a new file?
Oh yeah, maybe I should start a new file. Just checking. Alright, I'm going to go back to the old. Oh, I cannot choose the old anymore. Okay. That's annoying. Yeah, let's create a new file. I'm going to code it like that. And I'm going to paste this, save it, and run it. Same still problem. Trying something else. Okay, now I'm really stuck. In that case, oops. Try one more time. And the next way, when I'm getting stuck like that, is I try to run the whole code into ChatGPT 01, which is the latest model, who can really go into the code, analyze it, and give you some feedback on it. So that's my last resort. If I'm still stuck, I'm going to cheat and go back to the previous version we did last time. But the new, again, this is a new model of Claude, and every time there's a new model, you can get into surprises. You have to learn to work with it, and maybe this issue will take maybe longer than an hour to fix, but once it's fixed, it's going to be fixed. Yeah. So again, tonight, this evening is demonstration, and I encourage everyone to play around with those tools. And that's also the idea of this community, is that we learn how to use those tools, but then we can also help each other when we see problems. And maybe this is a very simple, stupid problem. Here we go, it's fixed. All right. So it took 5 times, but now it's working. All right. So let's see what he did. So we got a dashboard, add goal, no goals yet, sweetie. You see, it took the language of a grandma, so he's really understanding what we are saying. Let's add some. So, welcome back, Sarah. So he thinks I'm called Sarah, but this is something we can change. We can just say, when you start the app, ask for the name, yeah? And we can change that afterwards. So, just now I want to see what it does. Take you one day at a time there. So already it's starting to give you advice. I guess the dashboard has nothing, so we're going to add a goal. What goal do we want to add? Any goal? Last time we had AI coding.
Do my workout tomorrow.
Workout, yeah. So workout. So target every day. Half an hour, 30 minutes, and we save the goal. And here you see we already have a progress bar, and it says target 30 minutes. So we don't have much more buttons yet, but it's the start, yeah? And if we check the dashboard now. Okay, so now, what is the next feature we want to implement to this app? What is the next feature? We see first maybe the name. We want to ask for the name when we start, and then we want to have a button to track your exercises, right? So we can say, we go back to, I close it here, and then I go back to Claude, and I say, what do we say? Help me, please add a question at the start. Ask the name of the user. Yeah. Please. So add a question. I'm just going to make it bigger. Add let's say this. Add a question at start of the app. So another thing you have to know, if you do spelling mistake, it doesn't matter. So don't bother even correcting, he will understand. So add a question at the start of the app about the user's name. Okay, I'm correcting, but I don't need to. It's just because of a lot of pressure here, everyone's looking at me, but at home I never correct. And then, secondly, ideally, we don't need to want to add too many things at the same time, but the new models are really good. So you can add up to almost 5 things, but then it can be challenging for tracking the mistakes and so on. So maybe add max 3 things at a time. So secondly, add a button to track the user's exercises. Does that sound okay?
Activity track.
Activity track. Okay with that? Yeah, let's go. Thinking a little bit, and then you can read if you really understood it. So I notify the code to add an initial name prompt and exercise tracking functionality. He just summarized exactly what I said, or what we said. I didn't phrase it very well. He phrased it way better than us, but at least he's confirming that he understood us. Yeah. And now he's adding those features. So you see already 40 minutes. We've been working 40 minutes, and we already have an app. It's completely crazy. For the people who are developers, you know that this is pretty crazy. And things are just going to get better and better over months and years. So let's see. Just going to copy this. So you see this is the size of the code. Just typing this will take you more than an hour. Yeah?
Without mistakes.
Without mistakes, without debugging, without learning all the code or how to code. Again, copy and paste, run. Okay, we are back in a little challenge here. Yeah, it's a run thing, so it's missing a run. Let's just see if I can run it like that. No, okay. So it's the same issue kind of done before, so I'm just wondering if it's not related to the new model. Maybe, maybe not. He says, I see, I forgot to include the run method, but maybe it's, oh, I know what the problem. Sometimes he doesn't give the full code. So he just says, you know, previous part is remain the same, and he just gives the code parts that are changed. So either you go back into your code and you try to find where the code has to be changed, and you spend a lot of time just going back and forth and making mistakes. That's my case. Or you're lazy. That's my case. You just say, give the full code, and it's it's going to give you the full code. So let's see. Let's see first, because the thing is, the LLMs, they can only give out a certain amount of text. It cannot give infinite number of text. So sometimes he will just cut the code into the middle, and he won't even tell you. And you will paste that part, and it's just not going to work. So in that case, you just have to see that it's cut. Here, that's why I like Python, is because when I see this, name equal name blah blah blah, it means that's the end of the code. If you don't see that part, it means he hasn't given you the full code. Yeah? So, and I can already tell that, yeah, this model is giving more than the previous model. Copy and paste, save, and let's see, now it's working. And what does it do? He asks for the name. How cool is that? Yeah. Within a few seconds, we get this changed. So what's your name?
Carl.
Carl. Here we go. That's me. Nice to meet you. Okay, and now we have a lot of things have changed here, right? So, track activity, activity type. We have now some types, right? And duration. I think he learned from our previous logs. So I'm going to go with, what was it? Gym, workout, 30 minutes. Log activity. So I noticed there's sometimes when I click, it's not capturing the click. Okay, it took some time. So we have logged in 30 minutes of gym. Not sure if it took the time or whatever. Track activity, activity type, gym, log new activity. So here we get an issue. He's giving us twice the log activity. So now the challenge is, how are we going to phrase this? You know, how are we going to phrase? And then there's another problem. When I click here, nothing is happening. You know?
Can we check for the order? When he said order one, just
order?
go to like just activity type.
Activity type here?
Yep.
You mean other?
The thing, is it gonna let you write something, or is
Good
it
point.
just gonna just stay
We'll
on?
figure that out.
Yep.
But right now, I'm stuck. I'm clicking here, nothing is happening.
No, that's already logged.
Maybe
So,
that's
yeah,
already
you
logged,
can
but
do
here.
30 minutes of workout, 30 minutes of swimming.
But yeah, here it's saying I'm stuck. Nothing's happening.
Tap
Oh,
out.
no,
It's
maybe. Yeah, it's a timeout. I've had that problem in another app.
No, we didn't get a key on an activity.
Yeah, there's something going on here. So what we can do, the beauty, is that I can take a screenshot, and I bring it back into Claude, and then I can tell him, look, there is twice the same log, we only want once. Okay, let's try that. So there are twice log new activity, only want it once. Okay. So now he writes, I'll fix the duplicate log new activity section by editing the code to only show the active login interface. So he got it. That's amazing. You can just take a screenshot. You know, before you had to take a screenshot, write a long text, send it to a team, back and forth 10 times, and hopefully things will be fixed. Here, just send it out, and he works on it. Let's see. Copy. Paste. I'm going to close this. Save. Run. So we are back. But I have the same problem as before. When I click, I have to click many times before. And now we have this fixed. Recent activity, new log, new activity. So let's see. Let's try other. I don't know if I. Okay. Okay, it's just going to stay with other. And pay 30, login. And you see now nothing shows up here. Maybe it should show something. Or track. Yeah. Anyway. We have some errors here. And if, again, I'm just going to take all the log here, paste it in, and see if it can fix that. But before that, I just want to show you something here. Here, you see, long chat causes you to reach your usage limit faster. So even you have the paid version, you have a certain limit of tokens. So tokens is how much you can paste and get in and out. So when it gives this tip, it says basically start a new chat. Because now, every time you press enter here, it goes through all the conversation we've had. So that means you're going to get to your limit pretty much faster. Your limit is not too bad, it just says please wait 3 hours or something like that. Yeah? Because basically to run all this computation takes a lot of energy and it has costs. So that's why there are those limits. So when you go to this, you just start a new chat.
Just a question here.
Yeah.
I got that now they do put some noise on the recording of your discussion with the chat, meaning that it will take less tokens when you get back to this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it something I'm now going with?
I don't know.
It's just
I have no idea. I mean, cursor apparently is worse, so don't use cursor for chatting. Just use cursor just to correct things, because cursor just sends your whole code every time back and forth, and that's what's happening with Claude as well. I mean, there are companies that, I mean, they try to fix that basically, but I mean, there are ways, but I don't know why it's not implemented yet. There are pretty good reasons, you know, using a vector database and so on to save. Yeah.
So I had the same problem last time. I was playing a bit with it, and after not many messages, I reached the limit. So do you know how this limit is calculated? By the length of the answers that I get?
Not both. The length what you send in and the length you receive. Okay. And it's calculated by tokens. Have you heard about this term? Tokens, like, I don't remember exactly. It's because LLMs, they don't read words, they read parts of words. And I think one token it's like 0.5 word or 0.7 words. I don't know exactly, but it calculates the amount of compute through the amount of words you put in and you get out.
So it's not much how many times I press enter. It's more about
The size.
the length of my
Yeah.
message.
So using the free version, right? Or
Yes.
but then you have 30 prompts more or less. Or maybe, yeah, I think it says prompts, but maybe it's the length. Yeah.
But then can we just ask you to summarize the last chat, for example?
You could do so, yeah. You could summarize the last chat, copy the summary, and put it back in a new chat. Yeah. Or what I'm doing now, I'm just copying the whole code because he can analyze the code. So I don't even need to explain what the code is about and what I've done. It doesn't really matter, unless you have good reasons to explain why. But here, I'm just going to copy. I just copy the code. Oops. So that's the error. I go back here. I select all the code. So sorry, maybe for non-developers, all the code is here. I'm a little bit fast. I copy the code here. I paste it here. So this is the code. Now I go back to my error that I pasted here. I just paste it in here. I don't even explain anything. I'm just gonna see.
But won't it cost too much token-wise? The code is huge.
Yeah, but it costs less than running your previous chat, which we've done maybe 10 times already questioning, so it means already 10 times your code. So now we're starting from fresh, so let's see what it says. Okay, so now he has given some kind of answer. I will ask him to give me the whole code because I'm lazy.
You can choose only one LLM.
There what?
You can choose only one LLM, not others.
There are three.
You don't have full or limited format.
Yeah, you get 3 on Claude. You have only 3, and that's the biggest one. You can use smaller models, but for coding, it's going to be not ideal.
Yeah.
Maybe it's enough, but I've tried a little bit and I just get more errors. But if that's the future lessons I want to go into is you can use specially trained models just for coding, and they are not that big, so you can potentially even run them locally on your computer. But I think Gemini, one of the Google LLM, is really good for coding. Mistral, France team, they also have some really code LLMs that are specifically for coding that are really good. I haven't tried with it yet, but I will. So we have some new code here. Let's see if that's going to help us. So it's working. Just put my name here again. And I forgot what did we change. Go to the gym, 30 minutes, log activity. Great job, stay active, dear. Okay, it's nice, encouraging me. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
Now we got the activity logged in, yeah? So, just, be grateful that we have this technology, because this is, from the past, that would have been maybe a week of debugging, potential. I mean, if you're really good at debugging, less, but for me, it would take me at least a week for debugging. Let's log an activity. Okay, we have to. So let's say okay, and here we got the date and the time. Yeah. I'm going to add. I went running. It's not true, but I'm going to cheat the system. I ran 1 hour and 30 minutes. Let's see if you get that. Please enter valid. Okay, minutes. So 120. Yeah, 90. That's right. Log activity. Great job. Yeah, I'm feeling better and better. My grandma is saying good job. Okay, I've been running 90 minutes and I've been doing my gym kind of at the same time, right? So it's a bit weird. Okay, track activity. Let's see if that works. Not yet. Okay. So we just could say the track activity button does not work, and let's see what it comes up with. The track activity button doesn't work. And I'm not even telling him what I wanted to do, I'm just giving it random instruction. And because he has studied the whole internet, he knows that a tracking app is supposed to have, you know, tracking activity, and there is probably information online that explains what the button of tracking activity does. That's why he can come up with something. And that's just crazy amazing if you think about it.
Kind of a question. So like each time you put it in, you might get kind of a different answer, or might sort of code it somewhat differently.
Yeah, kind of. But
so like, can you save two different codes? Like you like a feature that this one created, but you like something else this one created. And
So that's where the best is to be the more precise. You know, like the more precise you are, the closer it's going to get to what you want every time. But now I'm just, you know, how to say, like playing, you know. So I don't know what I want, but I let it think for me. If I know exactly what I want, I can even make a drawing of where I want the buttons, you know, how I want it to function. Can make a whole description, how it works, and so on and so on. Throw it inside, and it's going to code it for you. So that's the normal way to do it. Now it's demonstration way. We're going randomly. But it's working pretty well, and I was a bit worried earlier because it's always embarrassing to be in front of a crowd and you cannot do what you want, but yeah, Claude saved me, so I'm happy. So the new, let's see, this is a new application. See. So I'm also going to ask him why sometimes it's not working so well. 30 minutes of workout, log activity. Oh, and he kept the previous activity, very good. So let's see, track activity, nope, still nothing. So
I think the message it gave was that it's doing what it's meant to do or something.
In the background,
there's nothing wrong with it.
yeah, okay.
Maybe you need to wait
What do you
until
expect it
it's...
to do?
So yeah, maybe we wanted to tell it what. He's crazy. So he's fixing some other issues meanwhile. So what do we expect from the track activity button? Anyone? The track activity button should. So if you guys, yeah?
Basically, if you have something you want to do, you aim to do, and things you do, actually. So what I want as a result is, did I reach the point?
Right? So how should I phrase that in one sentence?
well, the problem is the goal you created was to do 30 minutes of activity. You didn't say 30 minutes of activity. How many times?
Yeah.
Frequency.
Frequency, yeah. So now just demonstrating, now we have to think a bit more. Yeah, we have to go deeper into our app. We have to figure out, okay, we have a frequency, we have a tracking button, and then maybe we want to have a graph and so on and so on. But for now, I think we are done. We've done just 1 hour of coding, and the demonstration has been proven. Now it's up to you to either continue with that, or what I would like you to suggest now is, to get, like we did last time, get into groups and start working on. So yeah, either you have an idea and you want to work on it by yourself now, or you join a group that is already working on the project. Yeah. Maybe first question: who has a project here? Raise your hand. Already a project. Victor.
I can have.
So what project are you working on?
The last time we started to make a little game because it's funny and we figured we can still learn with that.
So Victor will show us in 2 seconds. No, wait. In 2 seconds. Anyone else has had a project already working on? I think that's it, huh? Okay.
I mean,
Now.
another little game, but it's it's very similar, so it's not anything new.
Okay. Maybe question: is anyone wanting to start some specific project? Like, do you have a specific project idea in mind?
But you told me last time it was too complicated.
Tell us.
I mean, I'm trying to essentially launch a business in which I help companies that don't know about AI implement an AI in order to automatize their tasks. So, for example, something like marketing or something like, I guess, making content or things like this. And my job will be either to build tools or to find tools so I can help people implement them in their business so they can free up a ton of time and money.
That's a great project.
But
it won't happen in 1 hour.
Oh,
Yes.
no, I know.
But yeah, it's exactly that's why I'm asking. The idea is to have an idea and play with it. My personal app I've been playing with is a German to learn German, like an app to learn German, and it's helped me so much. It's crazy. So, you know, any other idea in the room? Not yet. Think about it. You know, these sessions are for you to practice, to play around with, you know, how to build. Maybe first start with a small app, you know, like a tracking app. It's not too difficult. You know.
I may have a question for everybody really. When we talk about use case, I mean, for using AI or anything else, I mean, anything possible in order to bring some kind of use case in front. Who is interested in having some kind of more, information on how to get a business case? Because how we could see here, defining the business case is key. So defining what is the information I will input and what I will get output of the system.
Yeah.
So yeah, business definition.
Yeah, something like that.
That, to me, that's a key activity to do it even before, trying to.
Can you give us an example of a business activity, just so people can understand? Like, maybe I give an example. I don't know if it's a business activity, but replying emails, for example.
So I guess everyone here knows
filtering
what is
emails.
a business plan.
Say what?
A business plan. A business plan is a big document, 50 pages, where you share everything about business. A business Canva, the business definition, is one page where you define the whole business case you want. So, what is your own activity? What should get in the system? And what should get out of it? Where are my benefits in that?
Yes.
Those are kind of questions.
So I will answer. Ideally, yes, you want to have a business plan. You want to think. A business plan is really about adding value to something or adding, filling a gap, some activity, some service that is missing. But maybe for the group now, it's early to talk about business model. I think for now it's like practicing small things.
Just business model can be very, very simple. Just try to have one sentence for one idea, and you will see it's very hard to get there.
Yeah, it's like prompt. It's like a prompt. One sentence. Yeah.
And you can get help from any AI.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But first, get a full definition of what you need.
And to be honest, that's what I said at the first event. I wish every one of you, all of you here, has an idea or a business definition, because then you have a good reason to practice. If you don't have an idea, you will just you will get out of here and go home and wait for next week, and then you come back and you will learn more. Or you will see me coding more and more. But ideally, is for you to find a reason why to implement what you just learned today. So maybe that's your homework for next time. Just think about something. Like, for me, my next project is going to be to create a system that filters my emails. You know, I receive hundreds of emails per day, maybe not, but lots. And I only have to answer like 2 or 3 or even 0 of them. But because, you know, I'm just cautious and I'm going through all my emails and I'm like wasting at least an hour if I want to go through them all, I want to have a filter, like an AI tool that extract my emails, read them, and says this is advertisement, that goes to advertisement box or folder. This is I don't know, a client. Okay, that's important, so it goes into important folder. This is spam. This goes nowhere, and so on. And then you can you know, save so much time just by an automatic email filtering.
But how is that different from what Google already does?
To what?
How is that different from what Google already does?
Practice, you know. Yeah, I mean, Google is doing it. I'm not using Google anymore, so since a year, so I don't know. But for example, Microsoft just announced their suite of AI tools, and they do tons of things like that. But if you use their services, you will never learn how to code this, you know. And they will give you a certain tools that are in their how you call that suite, yeah. But if you want to do something different, now I give this example as an example because I want to do that. I want to do it in a very specific way, and then I want my system to answer my emails with my way of writing. So I'm going to feed my answers, like 100 emails, to LLM to train it, and then it's going to reply with my tone, so it doesn't look like a robot answer. Yeah, but that's, you can find services online already that exist that do that, but I'm just giving an idea, a suggestion for you to practice. It can be something else. It can be a German app to learn German, right? And I used different apps and no one was satisfying me. And I just said, okay, I know what I want, you know? I want to be able to type in words and it automatically translate them and make a list for me and then create flashcards with it, yeah? I haven't found any service doing that. Maybe they exist. But I did it within 2 hours, you know? And then I used it. You have to use the app to correct them. And then I've been using it for a month. And then every time I have a new idea or I see something not working, I correct it. And after months, it's working incredibly well. And I can learn super fast, like words, vocabulary. And my next step is just, you know, I'm already doing that manually, but take a picture of your vocabulary and it automatically puts it in flashcard. It translates it and it gives example words, example sentences. I want even to add images to it, so visually, you know, you have a clue there as well. It can go really far. And that's what I'm encouraging you, all of you, to have an idea for next time. If you don't, just search on Claude and, you know, just say, what idea can you give me to help me to practice coding with AI? That's my suggestion to you. And in the future sessions, I'm going to show you how to implement AI, because now we're using AI to code, yeah? But next is to implement AI in our app. So meaning AI in this app, the AI will start to read all this information and give some personalized feedback. Saying, okay, this day, I saw you this day, you cheated a bit, you know, you ran only 10 minutes. How can I encourage you to run more? Maybe, you know, like having a chat, being able to discuss with the app. And that's something I implemented in my German learning, like a third app I did, where I type in a sentence, it comes up with a sentence at my level of training, and then I write the answer, I translate the answer, I translate the sentence, and then it corrects me on everything I did wrong, and tells me why. Okay, here is a spelling mistake, and tells why. Here is a grammar mistake, and tells why. And then I can chat with it. I can say, okay, but this, you corrected this. Can you explain more in depth? And I can talk with the answer. And for me, this is mind-blowing, because this is creating an AI app with AI tools, you know? And that can go really, really far. Then you can even have an AI that study what you says to the AI to try to understand you, you know. So yeah. Anyway, that's going way further. Any other questions? So now a little bit of demonstration from the game. Victor, yeah. Before, yeah. Sorry. No
I
question.
have a question. I wanted to know if we plan to also explore the other, let's say, avenue AI. Like somebody told me, for example, talk to me about the 11 labs and what can be done in video.
Voice,
like
yeah.
that.
So it's not in the plan because here is more about how to develop apps. We can make a session where we talk about using existing AI tools, like 11 Lab is a tool to create a voice. You can record 10 seconds of your own voice, and then you can basically play back, typing a whole story, and it's going to play back with your own voice. Super exciting. Mid-journey or image creation or video creation, also super exciting. But it's kind of easy. Maybe we'll make a session just, you know, naming all the apps that are available. But for that, yeah, you can just search for the services you're looking for. Kind of. That's why I was thinking not to get.
For instance, if you look at Adobe, where you can find our own graphical tools and design and so on, it's almost every week we'll find new updates on new capabilities, these applications. So
Yeah.
it's huge, really huge.
And it's moving super fast. Yeah. So for example, I'm doing like short films with AI. So first you create an image with DALL-E or Midjourney or whatever, and then you animate the image. And like 6 months ago, it just made faces that went all crazy, like 7, 8 fingers, you know, and all these things, and spaghetti everywhere. But now it's getting better and better. Every month it's getting better and better. And now we get even free options to create videos and stuff. So yeah, why not making a session about it? It won't be the coding sessions, but rather in the startup use cases presentations every month. So yeah, good input, thank you. Anything else, yeah?
I was curious about one thing you said. How do you integrate an AI tool into, for example, an application that you make?
Say again, I didn't hear clearly.
You said you have your app that can analyze the mistakes you do,
Yeah.
and then tell you why. So there is an AI tool
Yeah.
inside the code.
Yeah.
How do you put an AI tool inside?
So 2 ways. Either you use you can use a local LLM if your PC or your computer has a good GPU. You can download. There are a few options. The most famous called Olama. It's an app where you can download different models, and then through it becomes a server, and then through this server you can do requests to your LLM locally. So I have it running on my computer. I can show you later. That's one way, a bit more geeky way. But then you have private data. You know, all the things you're questioning and so on stays on your computer. Then there is the other way to do API requests, API calls to OpenAI, Claude, wherever. There's tons of models out there. And then from your app, you just do a request, and then you receive the answer. And this, yeah, I wanted to show both ways. Actually today I was planning maybe to start to get into showing the API calls. But again, you don't need to know how to do it. You just ask Claude and he's going to do it for you. Yeah? That's a cool thing. Other questions? No?
How long did it take the German app?
So to set up, it took me like 2 hours, and the basic was working. And now I've been using it for months, and I've improved it. Like maybe once a week, I add a new feature. Like I've added voice, I've added like that I can either do in one direction or the other. So having the German word, I have to translate it in English or the other way around. I've added a random thing. I've added the sentences, so it gives me full sentences, so it helps me to remember. I've added small things like that. Yeah.
To make it French app from the German.
I can, yeah.
Will you take that?
It will take me 10 seconds to change it to French. And that's my, I mean, now my goal is to make this app available online first on the site as a website, just to practice, and then make a phone app. Making phone app is always a bit more complex. So again, once I have time, I think since next week I will start working on it. I will do that. So again, this is my way to practice. And then if it works super well, I can start charging, like €1 per download or something, because I don't see any competitor. That's the beauty. I mean, there's tons of competitors, but no one can do what I want. And I think what I want is useful for everybody else. If you look, everything starts with a simple idea. And then once the idea once it become a company, you have more people, and then the idea gets stuck, and the changes takes a lot of work to change. Whereas if you're a one-person startup, you can just add features like that, and follow your users. When your user says, "Oh, I need this," boom, with AI, within a day, it's implemented. But some people complain, some professional coders, developers, they complain that this is not production ready enough, but I think it depends how big your project is. And with time, things get better and better, so it's worth getting started now. Any other question? No? Cool. Then, Victor,
Yep.
the place is yours.
You want to see the game? So let me share the screen. It works. Okay. So I have. Maybe can we turn off the lights here? We don't see anything. We can grab. Good.
Manual way.
Up. Manual system. Okay, good. So I have a few games, but the one we developed last time with Nat, Stefano, and Pedro.
You don't need to see the code.
Is the spaceship game. So we first discussed what we wanted, and we agreed that we will make some spaceship game where we control a spaceship that would go around some planets that has some gravity, and you should avoid them going from the left side to the right side of the screen. So that was the concept, and we just started by defining this game with this little paragraph. So it was impressively easy because this already gave us something that's actually working. So I'm not very sophisticated, so I just asked to create a Python script that they put in a text file. So and then I just run it from the terminal. And instead of Cloud AI, because they didn't have the subscription yet, and I'm more familiar with ChatGPT, and I also wanted to try the O1 model here that is kind of new for coding. It's basically the same concept. So all Carl said about Cloud AI applied here. The only difference I found is you don't have like the two screens side by side, so it will just output the code below, which is fine. The thing I liked is that when you put in like a summary of the game you want to do, so here I put like I want a 2D game, I want the spaceship that goes from left to right, and I use the left arrow and right arrow to turn it around, and I lose if I touch a planet or switch a screen. And the thing I like is that it really kind of summarizes in the bullet points like the specification, and this is appreciated because you feel like he kind of understands what you want, and he will like put some like tools, like I didn't know Pygame for example, so now I know that this module is useful. So then we got a first version, and then I just added few chats. I was chatting back and forth, but not too much. So, for example, first it accelerated only towards the top of the screen. So I was like, no, just make sure the engine accelerates the spaceship in the direction of the spaceship. That's kind of obvious, but apparently not for the AI. So I did some addition like that, and yeah, it was a bit heavy to always paste the whole code, but it's okay in the end. So it started with a 200 line of code, and after the addition, in the end it's like 500 or something. So I'll just run it to show you the game. I think it's here. So to run it, I just do Python 3 and the name of the game. Okay, so here I am. So after that, I added some improvement. Okay. So every planet has some gravity, so I cannot go too close to it. If the planet is big, then the gravitational field is larger too. And basically, if I reach the right side of the screen, I should win. So I win. So the nice thing is, before it just switched off the app, so we decided to ask the AI, can you just restart the game when we win one level? And then it was nice because it started again, and then I think Nat had the idea to increase the level of complexity each time. So we didn't have to specify too much. We just asked, just increase the difficulty each time, basically.
You just asked
and he was like intelligent enough to just add more planets, and this was exactly what we wanted actually. So it becomes So if you lose, you come back to level 1 actually.
Actually, the game stopped, but then we just add that when we lose, can you restart the game, and then just like that.
So that's basically what we had. Then I worked another half an hour at home just to add the fire, to add a little because first it was just like a triangle. It's still kind of a triangle. Yeah, I'm not too proud of the graphics, but no image are involved, so it was all coded alone. I also added brakes, so of course the fire is not going to the right direction, but I can go backward actually. So that was a very useful thing. But then I wanted other useful things, so I added actually some rockets. So now I can actually, with the space button, I can fire some rockets. And I just asked the AI to be able to explode a planet if I shoot it 3 times. So let's try to shoot it 3 times. This one, but I have a lot of rockets. Wow. I also added some special effect because otherwise it wouldn't be a nice game. So yeah, I'm pretty powerful, but if you're not careful, you can easily lose at all. So it's kind of cool in terms of the parameters.
You need an AI to teach you how to play.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a bit challenging, but it does the job. So yeah.
Can you pause the game?
Can you?
Can you pause the game? Is there
no pause. But if you
points?
want, I can make a little demo and I can ask him to.
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, let's try. So if you want, I just quit the game. I'll go there. I still have the whole history of my chat, so it's cool. I'll go to the down and I'll just say.
I think we can probably add at the end of each session, like the button you were saying, we want to start just at the end.
You want to add a pause button for now.
Yeah, now there was an idea from the public.
You asked for a pause button,
give me the ability to pause the game. Of course, how do you want to pause the game?
Space? Oh no, space for shooting.
Space is already for rockets.
P.
Okay. By clicking on the P key on my keyboard. Sometimes I'm too specific because I'm not sure what is the pause the game by clicking on the P keyboard. Okay, I'll not say I would be tempted to say unpause the game by re-clicking on P, but let's see if he figures it out alone. I guess that should be enough now. Give me the ability to pause the game by clicking on the P keyboard. Oh, Carl, I'm lazy, so please provide me with the whole code. Yeah, while he's thinking, I guess if he's thinking.
Are you connected?
Ah, that's the problem, okay.
I just have a question. Would it be useful if we say to, because I saw the first session, not the coding one, but the one before, and essentially it was about defining a role to the LLM. If we say act as if you're an expert in coding, would give better code.
It used to be so, but not anymore because I think in the prompts already they have this. I mean, in the LLMs they already have this prompt. If they see code, they act like a professional.
Just work with other things, because I'm using it for pharmacology and other things.
For what?
For in pharmacy, I use it for pharmacy.
Yeah, then maybe it's better to specify it. If it's not for coding or for marketing purposes or report purposes, because those are the most used use cases. And I'm guessing that the LLMs already have prompts in it that says be a professional coder if it's a code, or to be a professional marketer if you see marketing stuff. Because all these models are competing with each other and they want to be better than the competitor, right? And I noticed if you use APIs from Claude, it's not as good as using Claude directly for coding. So that's a proof that there's more than just a model. There's prompting to guide the model when it talks to the content.
Okay, so let's try. Yeah, it's post. So the nice.
Congratulations.
So it was.
And it will have polls?
I don't know because here he said enjoyed the game. Okay, he really explained the difference. So this was nice, but feel free to modify. Certainly, I've updated the code to include the ability to pause.
And unpause. So
unpause also?
Yep.
There you go.
First.
Okay, so he included it. So let's see if it actually works. Python. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. So if I have to close, maybe I can be more careful. I'm too stressed also, like Carl, so I cannot play correctly.
But amazing use case. Do anyone have questions to Victor about this? Or Victor on the team? I think you were.
Yeah, Nat,
Natalie and some you two, or yeah.
So, yeah.
3 people team already have a AAA game ready to be on PlayStation 5.
Wow. Oh, the other game.
Do you want me to show you one or two other games quickly to just show examples with our case?
Show us quickly. Is that,
it says you want.
You
Do you want to see?
No, you go ahead.
Next time.
Okay.
Next time.
Okay.
Next time.
Next time.
Because now we want to practice a little bit. Thank you so much. Give you a round of applause to the game team.